All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So XRP gearing up for a massive breakout. We can see over the past year, this uptrend taking place and the pressure has been building for XRP post lawsuit, but it still hasn't broken out yet. Whereas Solana, Chainlink, other projects have seen massive rallies. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what's the most likely case scenario to happen next for XRP compared to Bitcoin and what I see on the charts taking place. We're also talking about Ethereum, XLM, and a ton of other projects that have gain massive popularity, but still have massive legs to run on. So comment 777 if you're feeling blessed, comment 777 if you're feeling bullish. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So looking at the XRP to the US dollar price chart, we're going to talk about what we see here in the most likely case scenario to happen next. As always, not financial advice. Don't buy, don't sell anything we talk about on our channel. All educational purposes only. I'm going to show you the charts, and what you choose to do is up to you. But looking at Bitcoin right now over the past day, it's up, 1.89%. Everyone's getting excited. But this is good because Bitcoin is at the highest it's been all year, guys. And this chart is looking massively bullish. Bitcoin is getting ready to crack 40K. It's at $39,500, which would be bullish news for the markets, bullish news for XRP. If Bitcoin cannot continue to break higher and break this upward trending resistance that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit when we get into Bitcoin's chart right here. If we don't see a break to the upside and we see Bitcoin come back down in the short term, then I would expect XRP to see a sell-off in the short term as XRP, stays within this falling wedge formation that you guys can see right here on the right-hand side of the screen. And so XRP at some point is going to break to the upside, but how much longer will it take? Because we see these chart patterns take place where we see falling wedges happen for XRP. We see the prices break out and then go into falling wedge formation, coil up, then break out. Symmetrical triangles, falling wedges, whichever formation you guys are looking at, then break out. Falling wedge takes place. And then we see something like a rounded bottom formation happening here, or a cup and handle, if you want to call it that. If a handle formation, if we could see XRP break to the upside and consolidate sideways, we could see XRP spring relatively quickly to 85 cents to 90 cents to retest the high post lawsuit right here. If we don't, we see XRP continuously trend further to the downside and just form a much larger macro falling wedge right here. The next support after 55 cents will be all the way down to 45 cents. But that would be the bad news of something happening with Bitcoin and Bitcoin falling to the downside. I don't think that's the most likely case scenario. I think the most likely case scenario for XRP is a break to the upside, consolidation, and then eventually a retest of 80 to 90 cents. And the reason why is because the suppression of XRP's price can only last so long. It's by far the most legit project in the top 10 because of clarity, because of utility, lots of different reasons. Solana has had its run. It's at $65 right now. It's catching up to XRP. It's at 27 billion, 33 billion. Sure, Solana could keep rallying higher and get closer to XRP. Hey, it might even pass XRP in the short term, but eventually XRP will have its run. It can't sit at 60 cents within this range forever, guys. It has to do something. XRP will have its day. And when you Google Federal Reserve's use of XRP globally, according to Google, it says the Federal Reserve is looking to acquire XRP as the global payment solution. It is also reported Ripple is buying back XRP as part of their buyback program to take it from retail hands and into institutional hands. So they want to shake you out of your position. And why do you think all these other projects are rallying first, guys? Because a lot of people are gonna sell their XRP and they're gonna put it into these other projects that are pumping. And then the moment that you do that is most likely the moment that XRP rallies. It's funny how that happens. A lot of the times, I've had that happen to me a lot of times with other projects where I'm like impatient. I get impatient, right? And then the project, I've been holding forever, where I'm seeing all these other projects rally, and I'm like, why is my portfolio not doing anything with this specific project? You sell it, you put it into something else, and then the one you just sold takes off. And so that's why patience is key. And I always say this, sounds like a broken record, but it's so true. It's time in the markets beats timing the markets every time. If you try and time your entry and exit points and you're new, it's better just to hold long term. You're going to make more money that way. But right here, Smelly Runt is posting, and it still never moves, even with all the positive news this year, where other coins like Solana go parabolic with just the Visa news. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm starting to lose faith with this coin, and holding it is like pulling teeth. Now, we're going to dissect this comment. So, Smelly Runt, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're talking about your dog. Not about yourself right there. Dogs can kind of be smelly rents. All right, look at this. Still, it never moves, even with all positive news this year. Yeah, it is frustrating. I understand. I feel you. And we see other coins going parabolic, and it makes you feel bad because, we've been talking about XRP every single day. And the biggest question is, when is it going to take off? When is it going to do something big? And we're all feeling the same thing right now. But the real key right here is if you're feeling like it's pulling teeth and you're losing faith right now, diversification is the key. See, XRP, it is the largest position in my portfolio, but number one, I didn't invest more than I can afford to lose. Number two, I'm diversified into other projects that I believe, and I've made other videos you guys can check out on the channel about that. And number three is if you have passive income on the front end, then you can diversify and you don't have to worry about when it'll take off. You can wait another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. It doesn't matter because you have income coming in. Now, for those of you guys that don't have income coming in on the front end, there is a business model that's free to get started with. You don't have to buy a product, and it's by far the best business model to create residual income with in 2024 by helping business owners.
Are you looking for a way to make more money? If the answer is yes, I'm going to show you how you can earn an extra $100,000 in the next 12 months. And look, I'm not some broke influencer just trying to get views. I actually make money and I actually want to help you. So now that I have your attention, let me show you how you can become financially free. The first thing is you have to sell something. So what are we going to sell and who are we going to sell it to? This may sound crazy, but we are going to sell free money to business owners. Let me explain how this works. Business owners are required to pay FICA taxes if they have employees on their payroll. And these FICA taxes are 7.65% of the business owner's income. This is a huge expense for them. So what if there was a free program that was created that helps business owners reduce the amount that they have to pay in FICA taxes? Do you think that business owners would be interested in that? Of course they would. This free program will help the employer or the business owner save $700 to $800 per employee that they have on payroll on an annual basis. And their employees will see a 4 to 6% net increase on their paychecks every pay period. Here are some examples of businesses that we recently onboarded. This business has 47 employees and we were able to help them save over $37,000 per year. This business has 2,670 employees and we were able to help them save over $2 million per year. And this business has 659 employees and we were able to help them save $493,000 per year. Now let's shift gears and talk about how you get paid. If you introduce business owners to this program, you will earn $5 per employee per month. So if you refer a business that has 100 employees, you will make $500 per month. If you refer a business that has 1,000 employees, that means you make $5,000 per month. This is an incredible way to create a long-lasting residual income. All you need to do is connect with the business owner and ask them if they'd be interested in saving money on their FICA taxes for free. I guarantee that they will say yes. So if you head down to the description below this video, you'll see a link where you can sign up as an affiliate. And once you sign up as an affiliate, you'll get access to 2 links. So you'll get a business application link that looks like this. I'll copy and paste this. There's a presentation that explains exactly what the program is and how it works. And a business owner would just click this link right here. They would apply, and then they'll immediately be able to book a call with one of the sales guys, one of the reps at Innovative Health, which is the company that created this program. When you refer a business owner, you will see those referred clients in your affiliate dashboard. And if you refer affiliates through this link here, those referred affiliates will show up in your dashboard and you will see your override commissions. You're going to be making $2 on the activity. Let's say that, your affiliate refers a business. That affiliate is going to get the $5. You will make a $2 override, $2 per employee per month. So if you're ready to build a residual income with this amazing opportunity, head down to the description below this video, click the link and apply to become an affiliate. We will add you to our community and give you all the training and tools that you need to become successful. So thank you for watching this video today, and we'll see you in the next one.
So one of the most beautiful things about this business model, because we've been turning down 100% of every single offer thrown our way, guys. We get money thrown at us left and right from Fortune 50, Fortune 500 companies to promote their products. And we tell them all no, just because we either don't believe in their products or I don't need their money. I don't want their money. I want to help you guys get results in these markets. And I want to show you guys what I actually believe in. And looking at this right here, this is going to be beautiful because the longer that it takes XRP to go, my mindset, I think completely different about it. The more that I can accumulate with the passive income that I generate. And so for you, when you start thinking the same way, the emotions that you're going to feel, here's what's going to happen. I got started in crypto 2016, 2017, back here when I heard about Bitcoin way back. I mean, I got some Bitcoin back on these video game websites for $1 or $2, and I just forgot about it. I didn't think it was going to be useful, and I just left it there. Couldn't log into those gaming accounts. That Bitcoin was gone. Probably would be a billionaire right now if I would have just held on to those. But when I heard about Bitcoin again, it was right here around $600 in July and August and September and October, right here of 2016. When I bought Bitcoin, because I didn't buy it here, I thought it was a scam because it was attached to some Ponzi scheme out there where you would like stake your Bitcoin, you'd earn more Bitcoin, and then like you refer some people to make some Bitcoin, and there was no real tangible product to help businesses or anything like that. And so I didn't buy anything with it because I associated that business with Bitcoin when they were two separate things. And then I heard about it again when Bitcoin was at about, $3,000. And so when Bitcoin was about $3,000, then I bought some Bitcoin at $3,000 to $6,000 right here. But I was a little bit late to the bull run, but I still was able to 10x my portfolio because I was trading Bitcoin for altcoins when Bitcoin was topping out in 2017 right up here. And so then I started trading Ethereum. I got XRP, I got Cardano. I got Cardano at like 4 or 5 cents. I rode the bull run for Cardano as well too. So I made a good amount of money. I mean, I made in the last few months of the bull run, I made over like $140,000, $150,000, but I lost a lot of it because I held for too long. I didn't realize the market cycles because I was new to crypto in this phase. In this bull run, when you haven't been through a bear market or multiple bear markets, all you know is a bull run, then you hold for too long and you follow this stupid diamond hands philosophy where they're like, just hold forever, right? Now, I do think, like timing the markets beats timing the markets, but holding forever is not the play. You got to know how to time the top and then, focus on creating more passive income and then dollar cost averaging when we're closer to the bottom. Because I sold the majority of my Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at $57,000 in 2021 up here. And then I bought Bitcoin back again at $16,700 down here. And then I sold some of my Bitcoin recently and traded it into some of the altcoins that I'm going to talk about, one of which being Ethereum, then XRP, and then some other projects I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to show you the charts. And so, I'm of course going to diamond hands a percentage of my portfolio long term, but I do also trade, on the macro, on the monthly basis. Sometimes I'll trade on the daily, but for the most part, I'm just accumulating more with passive income. Now, here's a key here to look at. All right, XRP in the bottom, Bitcoin on the top. How long it took Bitcoin before it broke the high of December of 2013 was roughly 1,158 days. Bitcoin went from about $1,200 all the way down to $156, back up here, consolidated, then broke out. Whereas XRP, we saw XRP drop the entire time for 1,158 days. XRP went to 0.0, almost 0.07, all the way down to 0.003, pissing everybody off. It was suppressed, whereas Bitcoin was starting to break out. Bitcoin started to break out from January of 2015, whereas XRP was selling off. And so the frustrating part about this was you had to wait 1,158 days and your portfolio was down about 95%. Whereas Bitcoin, you only had to wait roughly, 390 something days, almost a year, a little over a year before it to bottom by Bitcoin. And then you're up over 500, 600%, whereas XRP is still down 95%. Imagine the frustration if you were in the markets at this time. Just imagine it, for an extra 2 years of seeing Bitcoin go crazy, seeing Bitcoin rally, seeing all the Bitcoin bulls excited, hyped up on Twitter, and XRP still down. There was a lot of hate happening towards XRP holders right here. But then all of a sudden, what happened right here? Even this last wick that took place, XRP dropped another 55%, all the way down to 0.005 from 0.008. So it was frustrating, or 0.002, 0.003 if I were to zoom in right here for you guys. But after that, what did XRP do? Bam, it broke out and pulled a 14,000% growth, something like that. And then consolidation, symmetrical triangle, boom, pulls another 2,000%, another 20x or 60x or whatever that is, based on the price chart that I showed in a previous video. So patience pays, guys. Bitcoin, from that point, when Bitcoin passed its all-time high, what did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin pulled a 1,200%, a 12x. So that's cool. That's nice. But it's a lot better to catch, massive rallies like this when you're okay with seeing other projects rally first. That's the key. So we see right here, April of 2021, XRP has been in a downtrend. XRP recently broke this downward trending resistance on the 1st of March of 2023, and it's in this channel right here, this bullish channel trending to the upside. Now, a real key here to understand is if we were to measure out 1,158 days from the top of Bitcoin, that would be about the beginning of June 1st, 2024, after Bitcoin's halving. Now, if we were to see something like this happen in the past, when XRP, saw a sell-off for 1,158 days, well, that would look like XRP breaking this ascending support right here, seeing a sell-off further to the downside, seeing further price suppression, where Bitcoin continues to rally up, continues to go bullish in a bullish direction, test the all-time high, leading up to the halving. Even if there's a correction before the halving, kind of like what you guys saw right here, there's a correction, right around the all-time high, and it just kind of consolidated at the all-time high for an extended period of time before breaking higher. If we see something like that take place and XRP sell off, well, then having passive income, number one, is going to allow me more time to accumulate more XRP because Bitcoin's already seen its rally. Bitcoin's already seen its gains. Why would I be excited about Bitcoin right here at $72,000 when Bitcoin can go up maybe to 140, 150? Let's say if in the bullish case scenario, if Bitcoin gets up to $250,000 this cycle or higher, that's only a 225% from the high. Give or take a few percentage points if we want to get real technical here. I'm just giving you guys the bigger picture so you can really see the long-term idea here, right? 225% from the all-time high to $237,000. $250,000, like 245%. So why would I buy Bitcoin right here? When the ETFs get approved and Bitcoin's rallying and pumping and all the, money that's with BlackRock and Fidelity is just dumping into the markets and dumping into Bitcoin, if XRP is seeing a sell-off, what I'm going to be buying is I'm going to be buying XRP. Now, that doesn't mean that you should buy XRP because, I like to get a little bit riskier, and XRP is a little more volatile. As you guys can see, some of these altcoins, they lose 99% of the value, whereas Bitcoin might only lose like 80%. But when you get past 70%, and you're telling your friend or you're telling grandma, hey, grandma, it's okay. I only lost 70% in Bitcoin. Once you get past that number, it doesn't matter. 70%, 90%, it's all risky. And so the reality is you're not here for a measly little 245%, 2x, right, with your $1,000, because then you're making, what? You do a 2x goes to $2,000. What are you going to buy a house with $1,000? Of course not. So you're here for generational wealth through investing. And XRP and Ripple as a company is one of the most legit projects. Now, there are other projects, and I'm going to get into those in a little bit, but I want to prove a point here, because if we see XRP go all the way down to like 29 or 30 cents leading into 2024 with all the good news taking place, yeah, that's going to be frustrating. Yeah, that would piss a lot of people off, but I will probably be pouring everything that I have from other altcoins that have already seen their rallies, especially Bitcoin, into XRP if that were to take place. And so I would honestly just prefer for XRP to just chill for a little bit, stay at 60 some cents, even if it sees a further sell off to the downside. That gives me time to accumulate more. So by the time XRP does rally and we see it go back to the all-time high, well, that's 440% away from the all-time high. That's a 4x just to get back to the all-time high. If we were to do a full extension for XRP and draw from the high of 2017 down to the low, remember guys, XRP missed the 2021 bull run, whereas Bitcoin, when we measure from the high of 2017 to the high of 2021, Bitcoin went over 300% from high to high. XRP didn't go above that. So because XRP was suppressed for the last bull run, that means the potential for this coming bull run is actually even higher for XRP. A lot of people are forgetting about that, but a full extension to a 4.236 is all the way upwards of, $14, almost $15 for XRP. So that's why I think it's possible for XRP to do $10 to $30 this bull run cycle. Now, that's not a guarantee. I'm just saying it's possible. Anything's possible, obviously, when you see how this project rallies. But if we were to measure from right here at 60 something cents to 60 cents to $15, that's 2,391%. That's a 23x. So that's like turning $1,000 into $23,000. That's a lot better than seeing a 200% a measly little 2 or 3x, for Bitcoin. Yes, I do think Bitcoin is going to do well. I think Bitcoin is going to be around long term, but I also think XRP is going to be around long term. And XRP was mentioned 111 times in the Federal Reserve's 584-page document investigating CBDCs. So is this the XRP smoking gun that everyone is waiting for XRP to be the chosen one? There's arguments both for and against XRP being a good choice for the future rails of money on the XRP ledger, but the fact was that it is mentioned 111 times means it's truly being considered by the Federal Reserve. And when we talk about the Federal Reserve Payment Task Force and how Ripple was mentioned, guys, Ripple's being mentioned everywhere. Now, a real key here is what happens next for Bitcoin and how that's going to affect the rest of the market and how you're diversified into other projects. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be leveraging other projects like Ethereum and some of the large caps in Solana to be accumulating more of XRP in the projects that have yet to rally. And so I'm going to be hedging my positions when the projects see these massive 200, 300, 400, 500% into projects that have yet to see a rally. That's my game plan. And I'll be sharing it with you guys. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like that. But Bitcoin, what we can see on the macro for Bitcoin on the daily, we see this ascending resistance, the ascending support right here. It's kind of forming this rising wedge formation. Now, sometimes on a rising wedge formation, on average, a break to the downside is likely, but we're at the upper echelon of the resistance right here. Bitcoin's looking bullish. Bitcoin is about to get a spot Bitcoin ETF approval. And so all signs are leading to the upside right now. So the likelihood of a breakout is actually higher, and Bitcoin is breaking out right now, and Bitcoin is above this ascending resistance right here. We just need to see Bitcoin hold right here, not see a massive dump to the downside over the next week. We need to see Bitcoin hold right here, and Bitcoin to see a massive green candle to break $40,000. And then I think Bitcoin will keep pushing higher within this zone right here. Now, zooming out, what is this zone? Well, if we were to draw the Fibonacci retracement right here, when we see Bitcoin drop from over $69,000 all the way down over 77%. Yeah, if you told your grandma to buy Bitcoin at the high and she's down over 77%, try telling grandma in November of 2022, no worries, grandma, your portfolio, you only lost $77,000 of your 100K. She's still going to be pissed. So that's why it's risky being in Bitcoin. It's risky being altcoins, guys. You just got to understand how these charts move and how these charts operate. And so the retracement right here, going back to a 0.5 to a 786 for Bitcoin is what I expect within this circle before the halving leading up to the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals in January. Now, if they get approved, Bitcoin's going to rally into that. Bitcoin's going to do very, very well. Now, what I would expect to happen is because the Federal Reserve, right, the big macro thing that we've been waiting for is when is the Federal Reserve going to pivot on the interest rates? When are they going to start lowering interest rates? Now, the Federal Reserve doesn't usually start lowering interest rates after they've been raising them so rapidly unless something breaks in the economy, something breaks with the banks, something breaks, something happens. And when something breaks, the first initial reaction is scare. Everyone freaks out. Everyone sells their stocks, everyone sells their crypto, and we see a crash. Now, depending on how the Fed reacts, if the Fed ushers in QE, quantitative easing, they start printing money, if there's some bank failures and they start buying it up, well then that causes a spring in Bitcoin. Then guess what we see? We see consolidation leading up to Bitcoin's halving. So I would expect something like this to take place. Now, depending on how high Bitcoin goes in the short term up until January for the potential ETF approvals with the SEC, BlackRock, all the big companies, I would expect Bitcoin to push anywhere between, $40,000 to $50,000, maybe up to a 786 retracement. If it could go to $57,000 and it just keeps pushing up here, it keeps pushing higher, and we see a blow off top, I would err on the side of caution. Lots of people would be buying Bitcoin up here to 786, but then I would expect it to come crashing down, leading into April for the halving, then to see consolidation period for Bitcoin for an extended period of time. And if the economy hasn't gone down the absolute crapper and we're not in a 1929 crash where Bitcoin, sees something like this, and then we just see macro consolidation like this take place where it takes an extended period of time to 2025 for Bitcoin to break out. If we don't see that happen and the Fed starts, lowering rates slowly, printing money, we just see Bitcoin continue to trend higher, I would expect Bitcoin to break its all-time high. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. Blockchain technology, superior technology. Sure, yes, there's other projects out there that are quicker, faster, more reliable, and have better fees and better partnerships and all that stuff from Bitcoin. And nobody the real caveat is no one knows who created Bitcoin. Could be the NSA, you know what I mean? Beta test coin is what it could be. And then they're really launching something else through the XRP ledger. And XRP is that project that everyone's watching right now as that main currency through the XRP ledger. But what I'm expecting is Bitcoin to push higher in the short term, correction to happen. And when that correction happens, money's going to be moving into altcoins. Money is going to be moving into what? Ethereum. Ethereum is just breaking barely. We've been talking about this, guys. It's about to happen. Ethereum is just barely breaking the resistance right here at about $2,100 from April 2023. It also was support back in January 2022. So what's most likely to take place for Ethereum next? Again, no guarantees. I could be completely wrong here, but Ethereum to hold this and Ethereum to spring. When Ethereum springs, we're going to see the altcoins go absolutely crazy. If Bitcoin's rallying, the ETFs get approved, I would expect Ethereum to rally around $3,000 within this range right here. Now, if Ethereum were to do a 786, that'd be a $4,000 to push upwards of here. If we don't go that high for Ethereum and we just kind of push within this range and Bitcoin sees a correction, Ethereum would see a correction back down to a consolidation period leading up until the halving, the end of April of 2024. I would expect the chart to look something like this, right? With Ethereum pushing upwards of $2,800, $3,000, maybe up to $4,000 at the max. But I don't think Ethereum is passing its all-time high until after the halving. So once the halving takes place and then we start to go, we could see the chart play out where all of a sudden Ethereum's parabolic price action is happening in 2025. And so sure, you could gain some gains on Ethereum in the short term, but we're talking 40%, 50%, maybe 80%. So you're not 2xing your portfolio. But when Ethereum starts to run, we see other projects do well. Like XLM is one of these projects that has yet to see a breakout. One of the zones that I'm looking for XLM to retest is roughly between 17 and 19 cents, so almost nearly 20 cents. That was the high of July of 2023. Coincidentally enough, when Ripple won the lawsuit, XLM rallied with it. So with XRP rallying, XLM will perform well alongside XRP. We see this falling wedge right here. We see a breakout pattern, breakout, consolidate down, bounce, consolidate down, bounce, consolidate down, bounce, consolidate down. Are we going to see a bounce here soon? Up to this range right here, consolidate at this range, consolidate down, then bounce. So what happens, how crypto works, guys, is when you gain a level, you move to the next level, and you can see consolidation periods at each level. So this next level that I'm looking at was where the support was all the way back in January of 2022, March of 2022. Then we fell off the shelf. The next zone to watch is really the high of November of 2021. It was also the support of March of 2021. And then anything after that is really just the all-time high. And then we blast through the all-time high. So we consolidate here, and then we just kind of blow through the all-time high. Maybe we consolidate the all-time high for a little bit, come back down, retest here, and then go. But XLM, I expect XLM to do well. If XRP is suppressed, though, then I would expect XLM to stay suppressed. Yeah, maybe we see a rally, but then we see XLM come back down here while Bitcoin's going crazy. XRP, XLM is suppressed, and then we go, But either way, if it comes down further, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be backing up the truck. I don't care. I get excited if XLM comes back down below 10 cents. I'd be buying more XLM. Why do people sell too early? It's because they lack patience. People lose patience here during the consolidation periods because consolidation periods take time. It takes like 30 days, 2 months, 3 months, sometimes even longer than that. I mean, going back here, how many people, guys, if I look at the XRP to the US dollar price chart, how many people sold right here when XRP was at 13 cents? XRP rallied up to 40 cents and then dropped 68%. 68% during this phase right here. This was frustrating. Frustrating because, well, not really. I mean, because you'd be up if you bought at 0.005, even if you're sitting at 12 cents. People are freaking out thinking it's going to drop after this. It took 209 days before XRP broke out again, and then went upwards of $3.36. So if you just held, how much would you have been up? Life-changing wealth is what you'd be up. And so that's why patience pays. So the way the XRP's chart is going to look, and again, I'm just going to drop a bunch of squiggles here, but if we see a sell-off to the downside, there's this upward trending yellow support right here that you guys can see. It's a rising support. We see sell-off to the downside. I expect a bounce, sell-off to the downside, bounce. Eventually, the pressure builds up to the point where we spring, gain a new level. right? Consolidate at that level. We see some form of symmetrical triangles, rising wedge, ascending triangles at the level. If the markets are bullish, the economy hasn't collapsed, then all of a sudden more money gets injected into the crypto market. We're still below. Look at the crypto market, guys. We're at $1.49 trillion. This is going to go back above $2 trillion. It's inevitable. This is blockchain's the future. So why wouldn't institutional investors pour money into the blockchain? The number one growing investing sector in blockchain technology, which is crypto. It has AI, big data, blockchain gaming. It has tokenized real world assets, tokenized securities coming onto the blockchain. So this is the best way to get wealthy. Like, I'm not investing in the stock market at all. The stock market's old news. Crypto is where it's at. Imagine being back in like the early 1900s and making your money in the railway, the gas. You got oil, steel, in those industries, and seeing the stock market come around. People were so excited about the stock market because you're like, I can invest in these companies without being the CEO of the company, and I can make money. I can make money on that. That's what changed everyone's life around. For those that were not just working a job, they were taking the money that they made at their work, their earned income, and they invested it into the company's stocks that could make them more money without them having to worry about running the company at all. They just had to trust the right companies and do their own research and figure out which companies were going to be like the Microsofts, the Apples of the time, or whichever ones the Rockefellers were running at that time, right? But the main thing, guys, is right here. Look at Chainlink, okay? Symmetrical triangle. Chainlink is breaking out. The next level to watch for Chainlink, $19 to $21. I bought some more Chainlink last night. That doesn't mean you should. I bought Chainlink at $14.50. I bought it right here because I see this chart pattern, and boom, sure enough, we're up right here. Now, if you guys are in the Telegram group, I'll share with you guys which projects I'm bullish on, other videos as well too. But we're up 11%. Sure, it could have broke to the downside, but I'm bullish on Chainlink. I think the next stop for Chainlink is, right around $20. And so if Bitcoin remains bullish and Bitcoin keeps pushing up into the halving, we see these massive green candles. What else do we see? Consolidation periods at a new level. Sure, we could back test the previous high of the old level, $16, and then form a much larger consolidation period that takes more patience. But eventually, boom, we snap to the upside as we stay in this bull run. Now, I would urge you on the side of caution when we start to push up to the highs of the complacency stage right here, because then we start to see much deeper corrections and, longer consolidation periods to break out. But if more money keeps pumping into the market, I believe Chainlink is going to perform well long term. So I'm going to be holding Chainlink long term. If we push up here to $20, if we keep pushing upwards of $29, $30, I'll evaluate my portfolio depending on how the chart looks at that time. But I think Chainlink's going to keep breaking out in the short term. Also, what I think is going to keep breaking out is top gaming tokens by market capitalization. Guys, a few videos ago, we were at what, $11 billion market cap for the whole industry. Now we're at $17 billion. This right here, we're probably going to add another zero. This is probably going to be $170 billion over the next several months, the next year, for this industry. And sure enough, one of the projects that I mentioned that I had on my watch list is up the largest in the past 7 days. It's Star Atlas. It's at $105 million market cap. I can't remember what this was at the last time I talked about it, but looking at the chart right here, guys, look at this. I talked about this. We see this consolidation period right here, symmetrical triangle, just like what happened with Chainlink. Like, I can even put these side by side and show you guys this. And it's not rocket science here. Technical analysis, right? The charts don't lie. And so a lot of people just only look at the news. I like to look at both, right? I look at the news, the fundamentals, and I also look at the technicals as well too. Chainlink is just breaking out. Look at Star Atlas's chart. Star Atlas had this symmetrical triangle right here, just started breaking out, and boom, snapped to the next level really fast. Massive amounts of money flowing in, and then boom, we're now at this new level. What is the new level? Where you can see in the past, resistance, support right here, consolidation for an extended period of time before falling off a shelf. I mean, how long? 97 days, 3 months within this range right here. So this is the next range. We're probably going to stay here for Star Atlas for an extended period of time, consolidate. Hey, we might come back down. If we come back down, the support to watch for is back all the way to 0.004. If we drop all the way back down here to retest these resistances right here, then I will probably be buying more Star Atlas. Now, I did hedge some of my portfolio up here because I do think we're going to consolidate for a period. We might come back down for a little bit and then, work our way in here and then work higher. But I don't know how deep this correction will be. We might just kind of chill here for a little bit and then keep going with how much money's flowing in the markets. It's tough to say. So a lot of the times, guys, you win some, you lose some. You know, if you're waiting for something like this to take place and for it to come all the way back down here at a 0.004, then sometimes you miss out. You know, but then again, you don't want to just FOMO in when you see prices going up massive percentages, like 130%. You know, I'm not buying into Star Atlas when it's up 108% over the past 7 days. I'm not doing that. And I don't recommend you to do that either. You know, look at Big Time. Big Time's up 113%. Star Atlas DAO is up 60%. WAGMI Games is up 56%. So I'm not looking at the projects that are up the most. I'm looking at the projects that have yet to see the rally. One project that has yet to see the rally is Internet Computer, ICP. I made a video about this the other day, and look at this chart, guys. Look at this chart compared to Star Atlas. I mean, you see this falling resistance right here from July of 2022, and when Star Atlas broke out, we saw it break out, short consolidation, breakout, short consolidation, breakout, short consolidation, breakout, a little bit of a longer consolidation, massive breakout. We might see a longer consolidation for Star Atlas as money flows into other projects that have yet to see their rallies on the smaller market cap side, anywhere between 100 million all the way down to $10 million. We'll see a lot of these projects start seeing money injected into them. As you guys can see, all of these are starting to go 18%, 19%, 13%, 14%, 12%, 5%, 10%, 11%. So it doesn't take any particular genius to make money in crypto. You don't have to be the best day trader. You don't have to, be a fortune teller. I know a lot of the times I drop, a lot of these squiggles. It looks like a kindergartner's doing it. But how you make money is you be in the industry when the money is coming in. That's the key. When the tide rises, so do all ships. Now, obviously, when you do your research and you pick the right companies long term, you're going to do better than just throwing your money at any random crap coin and hoping that it works out. Because there's a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of projects that aren't going to be around long term. A lot of these projects, guys, they'll go up in the bull run and they'll all do well. Look at this. Everything's in the green right now. Some of them, not everything, right? A lot of these down here are in the red. But the majority are going to do well, and then the majority are also going to crash hard, and they're going to lose 99% of their value. But Internet Computer is one of the projects that I'm the most bullish on. I think this project's going to do very, very well. Look at this descending resistance in yellow that you can see right here. We're at it right now, and I talked about this in the other video. If we don't see a break to the downside and Bitcoin, doesn't fall apart and crash back down to 30K anytime soon, then what's going to happen for Internet Computer is we're going to consolidate around here and probably roll over for a little bit, but then eventually, boom, we're going to pop and we're going to spring to the next level if the markets are doing well. Just like what happened with Star Atlas. We break here, and Star Atlas just rallied quick because gaming had a strong narrative. So we didn't see, Atlas slowly break out, trade to the downside, then spring off of the descending resistance as support right here. We didn't see that take place. A lot of the times the charts look like that, and it just takes longer. So because Internet Computer has taken longer to break out, I could see something like this taking place where it just kind of rolls over for a little bit. Maybe it sees a deeper correction down here, but eventually I think we're going to spring out of here. And the next massive level to watch for is between like $8 to $9.70, all the way up here. And so what happens here is if this project springs up here, again, we see consolidation period. If we don't see a back test or a sell-off, then and Bitcoin keeps rallying to the upside, leading into the halving before the halving. If this happens sooner, it happens sooner. And if we see it blast up like before April right here, right, don't pay attention to where I'm at on the chart in terms of the days, because if we see it break sooner, consolidate, then we might see it come down leading into the correction with Bitcoin, deeper, longer consolidation, and then we work higher going into 2025, all the way upwards of $16, $17. And look at this chart, guys. I mean, this project obviously was drastically inflated at the launch. It was upwards of $2,700. It's at $4.80 right now. Like I don't think it's going to go to $2,400 because it was manipulated by Sam Bankman-Fried this bull run cycle. By 2030 maybe, because this project is vastly superior to the majority out there, can virtually do anything. And Internet Computer, guys, watch my previous video on it. I'll leave it in the description below. But I think this project's going to do very, very well if we don't see the economy absolutely implode. Okay, then overall you're screwed in everything. You're screwed in the stock market. You're screwed in crypto. But you can't forecast that. We just have to watch the Fed, see what they do, and I'll be covering that on the channel on a daily basis. But Internet Computer, yet to see a breakout. Star Atlas has had its breakout. Sure, it could push higher, but I'm watching this project right here. I'm seeing it in our computer because when we look at the bare naked chart right here, you guys can see this recovery happening. Double bottom trend reversal right here, all the way down here. Bottom number 1, bottom number 2. We see the neckline right here, about $3.30. When we see a double bottom trend reversal, right, the retest is in the middle. It looks like a W. We break out, back test, and then we go. And then we're starting the uptrend now. So we're in an uptrend. This is a good sign. And so when we're in uptrend, the trend is your friend. Continue to watch the uptrend. We're most likely going to test these resistances here soon. Another project that I'm looking at that just saw a breakout, 1 inch. On the micro, if we zoom in right here, we can see a symmetrical triangle, guys. Interesting how these charts all have the same patterns before breakouts, symmetrical triangle. So if the markets stay bullish, we see a break to the upside. Boom, we see 1 inch snap. Could 1 inch go to 50 cents relatively soon? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm not telling you this is going to happen, but what I am going to show you is the support and the resistances on the chart for the zones to watch for. You know, the zones of supply, the zones of demand. We can see right here, there is going to be a lot of selling pressure at this zone right here, roughly 55 cents, upwards of 70 cents right here. So if it springs, I would expect consolidation right here. The next level to watch for is upwards of $1.27, $1.70 for 1 inch right here. Now this project, the reason why I'm bullish on decentralized exchange tokens, I made a video about that the other day as well too, is because DeFi facilitates the narrative of gaming and AI. Because where are people going to trade projects? Where are they going to trade these coins? On DeFi exchanges, on Uniswap, on PancakeSwap, on 1inch, on SushiSwap, on another one that I'm going to share with you guys in a little bit. Now, it doesn't mean you should buy these projects. I'm just sharing with you what happens in these markets. How far away are we from the all-time high? We're 2,000%. That's a 20x from where we are right now. A 20x for 1 inch. Is that going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. But we're in an uptrend right now. So that's the main thing to look for. Trader Joe, this project right here, $167 million market cap. The past month, it's been up 61%. But look at all, guys. The all-time high for this project was $4.50. This project's having a recovery right now. The chart looking great. Looking at Trader Joe on the chart, we see this rounded bottom formation right here. It's the market cap 167, liquidity $3 million. We're on DEX tools right here. You guys can see on the left-hand side, there's no buy tax, no sell tax. One thing that's cool about DEX tools that you can't see on CoinMarketCap is when you paste the contract address, right? You can see right here on CoinMarketCap where it says Avalanche. We click more, hover over more. You can see it's on Arbitrum and BNB. Now, depending on how much liquidity are on these chains, some of these projects, like it might be on Ethereum and BNB, but there's no liquidity on one of the chains because they transitioned over. How you check the liquidity is you copy the contract address of the respective chain. So if you want to check it on Avalanche, I copy Avalanche, I go to dextools.io and I paste this right here, and it'll show the liquidity is $3.07 million. So there's lots of liquidity on Avalanche, and that's where I was at for the chart. Now, if I hover over more, if I want to check it on Arbitrum and see how much liquidity is on Arbitrum right here, we'll see that there's $357,000. So not as much liquidity, but still a good amount of liquidity nonetheless. So you choose which chain you're the most familiar with on what you want to trade a project on or do anything with. But if I hover over more, it makes it easy to see that, and you just paste it in the search box up here. We wait for the chart to load, and we could see certain patterns playing out once this loads up. I don't know why it's taking forever to load, but the next zones I'm watching for Trader Joe, in this ascending triangle right here. Let me actually go back, and I'm going to pull up Avalanche because something's going on where it's not loading the chart right here. Might need to refresh the page or refresh my Walmart Wi-Fi I got going on here. No hate on Walmart, hey, but sometimes it's got some Walmart Wi-Fi right here. Look at this. All right, this resistance right here. When we push upwards of 69, 70 cents, this is an ascending triangle right here. Very similar to what we're seeing happen with Ethereum right here. So Ethereum's at the upper echelon of the ascending triangle right now, and it's breaking out. So when we look at Trader Joe, Trader Joe pushing to the upside, if we see it rally to the upside, consolidate at this ascending triangle, I would watch for a break and a hold of this. Then boom, it could snap relatively quick to this zone right here, which is the complacency stage, the top of the complacency stage of the resistance you guys see right here. It was also support 12th of October. And so, well, this could be arguably complacency because it was a dead cat bounce, and we just see it fall off the shelf with the rest of the market back in 2022. So this would be the next stop for Trader Joe. $1.75, $1.50, roughly around here, leading into Bitcoin's halving, then probably a correction back down, consolidation period sideways, and then final blow off tops leading into 2025, right? I would expect this project to do relatively well. And there's a lot of excitement around this project, right? There's a lot of holders. So this is what I look for. I look at the liquidity. I look at the holders. There's 24-hour volume, not the most, $106,000. Some of these projects have millions of dollars, but $166,000 over the past 24 hours. But then again, not 166,000. The volume is actually $10 million over the past 24 hours, because when you click on markets, I'm just looking at one chain, right? I'm just looking at Avalanche chain. This is on multiple chains, and so you have to keep that in mind. When you see the 24-hour volume of 106K, what you want to do is you want to go on CoinMarketCap and you want to click on markets. You want to hover down. You'll see it's on Binance as well too. The majority of the volume is obviously coming from Binance, $3 million. Then BitHum is 169. Trader Joe on Avalanche, 112. It's on Pangolin as well too. There's 7 pages of liquidity that you guys can track here. So this project has a decent amount of liquidity overall, and good amount of trading volume. Even though it's down 65% over the past 24 hours in terms of trading volume, we're seeing a breakout right now. We just saw we're right at the high. We're right at the high of the year. Actually, not quite. The high of the year was back in April 18th at 68 cents. So I would expect this project to push up there. We see a similar chart pattern taking place for Render. If I pull up Render right here and we look at Render's chart, what did Render do? Render's chart looks almost identical to Trader Joe's over the past 1 year, right? Where we see the high of the year breaking down and it's going up, retests the high, consolidates at the high, then breaks out even higher. This is what I would expect Trader Joe's chart to do. Retest the high, consolidate at the high, and then potentially break higher. So Trader Joe's looking good. But the rest of the markets are going to keep rallying. Myria as well too. It's at 0.01 cents. It's an $82 million market cap. The past month, the past 7 days, we're up 13%. The past day, we're up 6%. So Myria, consolidation pattern right here. We can see. Now on the chart, what does it look like? Well, the high for Myria, it just tested the high and it got rejected from it at about 0.01296. It actually, I think it wicked a little bit above it, but we're consolidating sideways right now. Massive rounded bottom formation right here that you can see on Myria. So the chart with this rounded bottom formation looking bullish. Maybe we see a cup and handle for this project. Maybe we see something like this where it break to the downside, come down here, and then do another rounded bottom formation and then break out. So the cup and handle formations, we see a larger rounded bottom. We see a resistance, at the previous high and where it gets rejected from. And then we see this little handle that you're holding on, you're sipping your coffee, waiting for the markets to blast off so you can go camping on the beaches of the moon. Could we see something like this? It's possible. I do think this project, Myria, is going to do well. It's a $16 million market cap. So it's a micro cap right now. And as you can see on the chart, it did wick above the high right here. And so be careful though, right? We're at 73 on the RSI. You can see this bullish channel the entire time that we've been breaking out right here. So sure, we could push higher. We could make a new high, but eventually I would expect this project to see a correction and then consolidation, rounded bottom formation, cup and handle potentially. We'll see what happens with this project, but that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you appreciated the information I shared with you in this video. I hope you learned something new with my kindergarten technical analysis, drawings and squiggles on the screens right there. But when you've been in the industry, for multiple years, you get a good gauge on what's happening right now. And the narratives that are happening right now is massive bullish money injections coming from BlackRock news getting ready. So we have until January before we really know what's going to happen. So people are buying the rumors right now. So all December, I think it's going to be bullish. You're going to have an amazing Christmas. And then 2024, we'll see what the Fed does. Maybe they drop the bomb. Maybe they drop the news of them cutting rates based on bank runs, but we'll address that when it comes. So if you want to discover our top cryptocurrency gems and proven strategies to make money online without any previous trading experience, go to bullrunners.com, put in your email address. Do this right now if you haven't done this. Subscribe to the channel because you're going to get these videos right away. So you don't have to wait for the algorithm to push them to you. So you can see analysis like this and you can see these projects before it's too late. In some of these projects, guys, like Atlas, you need to see this video right when it was at 0.003. Now it's at 0.007. So that's why you want to go to bullrunners.com to see what I'm spotting on the charts right when I'm seeing them. Because I do this full time. I watch these markets. I care about you. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.